PCI reading program, like Edmark, which you've mentioned you use, uses visual discrimination as its main teaching tool at the beginning. However, unlike Edmark, as we're teaching the sight words, and those are from the Dolch and Fry lists, we also are beginning to teach some very basic phonemic awareness skills. Those grow over level 2, and then level 3 of the PCI reading program will actually move to teaching the students some basic decoding, so that at the end of PCI reading, students are ready to transition to other materials rather than being just knowing those 350 words like they do at the end of the 2 levels of Edmark. We also, in doing the PCI reading, did a lot of research on the most recent reading and brain research and incorporated that into our lesson cycle. So we start very much like Edmark with a visual discrimination lesson, and this is our word building lesson book. We use our plastic viewer, and basically there are cues on either side, so whether you're right-handed or left-handed, you can follow the cues. This is a post-test, and this is an example of a word building lesson. So we would have frames where we read, frames where we identify, and we say, look at the word, touch the word, say the word. And then after the word building lesson, we move to the trace and read workbook, where the student traces the word and says it in a phrase or sentence. And each student has his or her own trace and read workbook. And then we move to our guided word practice, and one of the activities that we do in guided word practice is actually the card activity, where the student takes the word and picture cards and builds phrases such as my computer. The student builds the phrases there and then does some read alouds. We have some oral language activities, and then for every single word we have 2 reproducible activity sheets. One's visual discrimination based and one is comprehension based. So by the time they finish the lesson cycle, the students have practiced the words over 60 times. They then start learning a new word, and while they're learning the new word, they're constantly reviewing the word they've just learned. This program has every word practiced well over 100 times to ensure short and long-term retention, and the research is showing that that's exactly what's happening.